Hello guys, welcome back to this YouTube video, and in this YouTube video we are going to see how you can be able to use elastic file system and how does it integrate together with EC2 instance. So I had some EC2 instance. You need to connect to EC2 instance, then they share the file system. Let me show you on an image. So this is what I'm saying. So if you see this EC2 instance 1, this EC2 instance 2, they are sharing a file system such that if you close this EC2 instance, this EC2 instance will still continue the data this EC2 instance had provided to the EFS. So in various organizations, we see people like they have what we call NFS server, a network file server, and if you can see here, you can be able to see all the file other people are sharing. For Windows, I think it's also called the network. You can be able to network computers and even able to see the files. So that is like the kind of thing we are trying to do, and I think we should get started. So let's create two EC2 instances. So we launch an EC2 instance. We call it EC2 to instance 1. We use Amazon image. We choose a public key pair. Then here for network, we want to use a demo VPC, which I have already created. We choose public subnet 1. Then for security group, we create a security group, and for that security group here, so this is how you create a security group for it to enable to use an elastic file system. So you choose NFS, it's port 2049, and I think I had created one, so let me search for it. I created one. It contains all the rules that I've shown you. Then here at the bottom you can see file system, and you can see we don't have any file system, so you can add it here. Create a new file system. But to make it easier, so let's open the elastic file system console and create a file system. We didn't delete. We already have one file system. You currently, so I think this is cached, so let's just delete it and create a new one. Delete. Confirm. As that is getting deleted, we create a new one. We call it shared file system. Then here it's very important you choose the same VPC as the one you are creating an EC2 instance. Then just like that, then you press done, and you can see we have our file system here appearing here, and we are done. So if we come here, we try to refresh. We'll refresh here. So we can see it has detected the file system, and we can see it here, shared file system, and it because we have selected it here, it will enable, it will just mount it on our EC2 instances. So then also a good thing, it is able to create data, user data, to be able to mount the EC2 instances, so that all this is being done for you. Then the next option, we need to create a, what do we call it, IAM-LOL. So we need IAM-LOL to enable EC2 to access EFS service. So let's choose it. Where does it belong? So here is how you can create an EFS role. I had already done that, but you just press create a role, then you press create a role for which service. Here you select the service, you select EC2, then you press next, then here you search for NFS, and then you give it a name, and just like that, and then you press create a role. I had already done that. That is why you can see here you can see I can't see IAM-LOL here. So I created one which is called NFS. EFS, I called it EFS. Then just like that, and I want 2 instances, so I press 2, click launch. So security groups are being created, and then are being interconnected. EC2 is being interconnected by EFS. So we earlier in earlier videos, in earlier, what do you call it, in earlier session, you could come and attach the files, the security groups here, but that is done for us. So now we want to attach the EFS on our side, on our EC2. So because we have already launched, let's go and select them. So this is our EC2, so I will rename one to be EC2 instance 1. So then we connect it using the EC2 instance connect. We connect. Okay. Then we do the same for number one. We connect using EC2 instance connect. So now we are connected, and yes, we are on there. So let's start with EC2 instance 1. Then we need to create a directory called mount EFS. So let's do that. We can be able to, you create the directory in both EC2 instance. So for one, EC2 number 1 we are done, EC2 number 2 we are done. Then after doing that, we need to connect the EFS, and this is how you can be able to mount it. So we do the same for each and every EC2. So for me, I'll use the ID. So let's go to the first one. Then I go to EFS, I copy the ID. But instead of copying, you can press attach, and you are given a command here. But before using this command, we need to install EFS mount help, and you can install it using this command, because we are using Amazon Linux. So I copy it and then delete. So then I come to my EFS, I copy this command and do for EC2 1, EC2 2. You need to mount it to the directory which you created. So the directory that I created is called mount EFS. I do the same for EC2 instance 1. Then you can see we have a directory. So we go to the root folder, then we search for mount. Yes, now we need to test. So we are in EC2 1. We want to test whether it's working. So you can do this command here. Hello EC2 from EC2 1. You can see it. Then we cut. Then we go to EC2 2. Then we rename the file name here as hello2. So if we go to EC2 1, we will have 2 files, you can see. And if we go to EC2 2, we go to the root folder, then mount on EC2 one, you can see we have the same files as this files that we have here. So you can see, and that is how the EFS works. So let's go. It's as simple as that.